Alright guys, I delayed it for a couple days, but I am finally starting this thing. Currently walking to the trailhead. So I was supposed to have a 3-mile road walk to the trailhead, but about 200 feet down the road, a 2015 AT thru hiker named The Fonz totally picked me up and gave me a ride with his girlfriend. Thank you. Hashtag here goes nothing, but really here goes everything. Long trail attempt 2019. So I was walking along the AT headed towards the Vermont trail. I saw this bad weather turn off. I was like, fuck it, it's fine, it's nice out. I'm like scrambling up some rocks, and then I hear crack, thud, a fucking tree falls right where I was walking, like 20 feet behind me. So I just stopped and I was like, is that a sign? I stopped on the rock scramble for like 5 minutes and was like, what? A tree just fucking fell? And then all of a sudden the skies turned black and I heard a crack of thunder. So I started backtracking. I hauled ass off of the fucking rock scramble. Came back to the bad weather trail, whipped out my umbrella, and it started pouring. So that's great. I've been on trail for 1 hour and 32 minutes and already had a tree fucking fall, almost killing me, and a thunderstorm on a rock scramble. I'ma just take a minute and then take the bad weather trail. I'm gonna go ahead and keep trying to tell myself that fucking tree falling is not gonna happen again. Like, what are the chances? I hope that was just the universe trying to stop me in my tracks. Okay, so that was the scariest hour I've ever had out of all my backpacking trips ever. So that's great. Oh gosh, it's beautiful though, right? How befitting is it that the trailhead sign to the long trail is in the middle of a giant mud puddle. I kept pushing forward. It's worth it. We're officially on trail. It's go time, bitches! I can't even explain to you guys how scary that thunderstorm was. It was like a legit severe thunderstorm. I thought a tree was gonna fall on me. I have 3 miles till I get to the shelter I want to get to. And it's 4 o'clock. I was under my umbrella, standing in one spot, waiting out the thunderstorm for like an hour. But I think I'll definitely get there before dark. It's definitely slow going. The entire trail really is mud. It feels like you're walking in chocolate pudding. I just crossed this log to avoid the lake that is the trail. For mud ain't no joke. Words cannot explain how fucking muddy this trail is. God damn, yo. I know eventually I'm gonna get sick of taking so much time trying to get around it and just start walking right through it. I'm not ready yet. First I thought this rock was the shelter, but no, it's a fucking rock. Then my second thought was, I'm gonna fucking pee next to it. My back is giving me a rash. Back in the day, I would have tried to climb that fucker and smoke weed on top of it. But now I'm just gonna smoke weed next to it. I made it to the shelter. Alright guys, made it to the shelter, set up my hammock, set up my tarp inside out. I don't give a fuck. Watch it come back to bite me in the ass. Everyone at the shelter is an asshole and a douchebag. Besides the slowest guy of the day, he beat me as the slowest, so I'm only the second slowest. Anyways, slow guy's cool. One AT hiker passed me, walked me, talked to me a little bit, and then I just set up right next to him. His name is Highlander. He's coming from Georgia. He's really fucking cool. His trail name is Highlander because he is wearing a kilt. Favorite person so far. He's probably gonna way past me tomorrow, but hopefully not, because I'd like to make friends. The whiskey nips I drank are kicking in, so I don't know if I said it, but I gave him a nip, and he talked to me. He's carrying a bear can, and I think it's really smart. So I was asking him a lot about that. I'm gonna fill up my water bladder, smoke some weed, and go to bed. I got my bear bag hung. It's right outside the privy though, so if someone's got a shit tonight, they might get attacked because of me. Oh well. You know, the day that I met Songbird and Galaxy, they told me that hiking is really fun when you stop. Today, I get it, Songbird. I get it, Galaxy. Today was really hard. First day always is. That's what Erica told me. But now that it's over, I feel really good. Can't wait for tomorrow. So my shoes didn't dry at all, and neither did my fucking socks. Currently just sitting in a pile of my own garbage. I'm gonna pack up and head out. It didn't take long for me to figure out that Vermont only puts in boardwalks when they want to protect the vegetation, because it's dry as fuck everywhere there's wood. So, just for all the future hikers out there, the boardwalks ain't for you. They for the plants. They're also slippery as fuck, and half of them aren't nailed down at the ends. So be very careful when stepping on the edges, because you might get a plank to the face. We must be in between mountains. I'm gonna check for cell service. Just climbed an hour straight up a mountain. You guys gotta see these views. These views are way better than New Hampshire. I really am having a lot of fun. But if I tell you guys, if I say out loud any of the good stuff, I'm probably gonna jinx myself. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. These woods are really old. This trail is really old. You literally feel like you're in the wilderness. So that's pretty cool. No mosquitoes today, that's cool. I don't know if it's the hiking poles, the super cushion sneakers, the knee pads, or my lighter pack, but my knees are doing all right, so that's great. This trail though, all you can think about is mud. You can't escape it. It's basically this trail is just one big obstacle course. Only way over this time is this fucking pine tree. When I first met Highlander, he was talking shit about the trail maintenance. And I tried to explain to him how the trails are closed for mud season. The more I thought about it, the more, I came to the conclusion that New England just likes that they have a reputation for awful trails, and they just want to keep it that way. Oh my God. And he was saying that he was thinking to himself, they spent an awful lot of money on that sign at the terminus. And he's right. Put that money into the fucking trail. If I do the Appalachian Trail, I'm literally going to go southbound just so I can get this fucking trash of a trail out of the way. I don't want to have this at the end of my journey when I am tired and achy. Fucking 100 miles of mud. I'm sorry, but if Vermont doesn't want us walking on the fucking plants, maybe they should put some boardwalks in. Maybe. I don't know if that's a deer track or a moose track. Probably a deer. But that's cool. Probably can't see them, but they go all the way. It's the whole trail, guys. No one was exaggerating. It's the whole trail. Holy guacamole, man. It's like you're in the green tunnel forever. And then you hit these areas with the power lines, and it's like, holy shit, there's sun. It's beautiful out. Seems like a good enough spot to take a break. Take my socks off and try and let them dry a little bit. I'm pretty worried about my feet, so I'm gonna stop and, air them out every 2 hours or so. It's worth it, because if the fucking feet go, then I'm not gonna be able to finish this. Also, I just found a tick on me. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. He had one of his teeth in. Only one. I probably got it last night while I was wearing the sandals. I don't know if you can see it, but there he is. It's pretty fucking hard to check for ticks while you're still in the woods, so I just did it now in the sunlight. It's the only one I found. I can't check my back or my head until I get to town, though. I can't. It is what it is. I probably need a lot more, so I'll deal with it when I get back. Just try and get them off me as quick as possible and save them in a bag. I saw blue while I was coming down the trail. Oh yeah. Finally something to look at. First legit water crossing. So pretty. All of a sudden, the trail went from being really small, closed into the forest. The forest just opened up whoa. Right after Consolation Mountain. Before, when I was at that lake, I ran into these girls that I've been playing leapfrog with since yesterday. They're coming from Harper's Ferry, doing the AT, super cool. It's Sauce, Sparks, and the dog Emerald. Probably gonna see him a lot until the main junction. It's been all uphill, mentally. The day's been going up, the day's been getting better as it progresses. I'm over the tick thing. It is what it is. I've surrendered to the mud. I'm on a dry stretch right now, which is pretty amazing. I enjoy the dry stretches so much. The weather today is the best weather I've ever had on any backpacking trip so far. So I'm really enjoying that. It is starting to feel like a legit summer adventure. It's like starting to sink in that I'm going to be living out here in these mountains for the next month. Trail closed back in. This is the forest. It's so crazy. It's a legit green tunnel. You cannot see anything on either side of you. All you can see is, all you can really see is the trail. It's kind of cool. It's weird because we've been going up and down mountains all day since 7 a.m. and I haven't had one view. I'm pretty much just taking my time today, trying to enjoy it. I don't want this whole thing to feel like nothing but work. So yeah, it's a good day. As far as wildlife goes, I saw a giant slug and a chipmunk. Chipmunk told me to go fuck myself when I said hi to him. I told myself this morning that I wasn't gonna look at gut hooks at all today until lunchtime. But I'm really starting to wonder how far I've even gone. Watch it be like 2 miles and I'll cry. I've also only taken out my phone like once every 2 hours because I do want to keep some sort of like journal. I haven't been writing in my paper journal, guys. But yeah, it's 12:39. Been hiking since 7 a.m. with 1 hour break where I found a tick. It was a shitty break. It's time for lunch. I gotta find a spot. I think I found my lunch spot. It's pretty, but I guarantee it's tick heaven. I'm not even sure how this is possible, but the water is higher than the boardwalk. Water, boardwalk. I still haven't had lunch yet because the fucking horseflies are out to get me. So if I look winded, it's from running from fucking horseflies all like the past hour or two. It sucks because this is a really nice place to eat lunch and air my feet out. My feet are gonna get trench foot because they're so fucking wet. I didn't know that I was gonna run into the bugs again eventually. I did enjoy the whole first part of the day where they weren't around, but now they are thick. Prettiest part of the day. My feet are fucking done. Only done 5 miles. I want to keep going. I want to keep going. That bacteria is back. At least it's not trench foot though. I'm gonna Purell the fuck out of it and maybe hike in sandals tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna take an hour break. I'm not even gonna set up. I'm not gonna set up my hammock yet because if by 4:20 I have energy again, I might hike to Route 9. A lot of thoughts going on. None of them are about quitting. A lot of them are about what's ahead. Like, I knew this trail was hard. I read that this trail was hard. I did not believe that this trail was going to be this hard. The problem with my feet, it's not like life-threatening. It's just gonna smell really fucking bad if it gets worse. But I mean, like, what does that even matter? Because the mud that I've been walking through for 2 days smells like complete and total utter shit. Like from a porta potty. Like, nasty fucking. I'm going on day 2 with no cell phone service. I haven't lost my mind yet, but I'm starting to wonder how long it's gonna take. I've already pretty much accepted that I am probably not gonna finish this trip or this entire trail in this trip, but I have 19 days left. It's whatever though. Here's hoping that my trail legs get better and not worse. I'm already thinking about town. It's day 2. Route 9 is only 4.5 miles away, so I'm like, let's get to Route 9. There's gonna be cell phone service. I could like take an Uber to get food. I am not gonna make it there tonight. Yeah, I totally stayed at the shelter. My setup's pretty sweet though. My hammock is down near the trail. It's blocking the path, so nobody even knows that there's like 3 more stealth sites back here. So I'm gonna use it to smoke and to keep my food. I do kind of feel like a jerk. If people come in and are looking for a spot and can't find one, I'll tell them, but they're gonna have to climb through my entire campsite to get to it. The problem with all the trees back there is that they're like dead, and there's widowmakers, and like I don't feel like dying. I am definitely, I hope I don't jinx myself, but I am 2 nights in a row now. I haven't gotten my bear bag stuck, so that's nice. There it is. So there's the shelter up there. That's the AT. It's a weird shelter. It's right on trail. And then over here is my setup for the night. There's this super fast hiker that's on the AT 2019 Facebook page, and he killed a black snake in Virginia, and everyone hates him. Totally saw him walk by. I just made myself some apple cider. I'm gonna spike it with some whiskey nips and probably go the fuck to bed. I want to get up early. There's this woman that passed me when Sauce was telling me about her and Sparks hiking the AT. I've been leapfrogging with her all day too, and she's been really nice to me. She told me that she's wearing knee pads too under her pants, so I'm not the only one. I passed her at the summit of some fucking mountain, and she was like taking a nap. She looked so cool. And then when I got to the shelter, she was going to take a swim. We talked a bit while I was filling up my water, and she's from northern Vermont. She is out on vacation hiking as much as she can. She used to be part of a trail maintenance crew for northern Vermont. She is like super sweet and super nice, and I'll probably be hiking with her the whole way because we have like the same pace. That's the word. She's only a little bit older than me, but I think she thinks she's a lot older than me since everybody thinks I'm 20 just because I'm childish as fuck. I was talking about how this is like way harder than I thought, and how there's no cell service, and it's lonely, and how I'm vegan on trail. She offered me beans and rice. It's like she's worried about me. Don't get me wrong, I'm worried about me, but I don't want anybody else to worry about me. Like, I've got this. I just need to push through all of my uncertainty and uncomfort. She offered me a hard copy book to read when she's done with it, and I'm like, yo, you brought a book? She's got a map and watercolors. She's old school, and that's awesome. I still have no idea what her name is, but I'll probably figure it out tomorrow. But she's up at the shelter, chilling by the fire. I could go chill. I'm just so antisocial. I'm just talking to my phone while the people across from me are staring at me. Anyways, I'm getting up at the crack of dawn tomorrow. Not even. I'm like gonna set an alarm and wake this whole fucking place up at 4 a.m. Basically, I get really bored at the shelters, so I just need to take longer breaks during the day and like eat and drink water and pop ibuprofen and then hike till like 7 at night. It's 8 now and I'm losing my mind. I totally miss Highlander, by the way, but he hiked all the way to Route 9. He's already 5 miles ahead of me, so I'll probably never see him again. It's okay. This is such a hodgepodge of people. You got people like hanging bear bags right above their tents, and then you got people hiking 20 miles a day. When worlds collide, yo.